Nammo. Good morning. Thank you for joining me for a daily practice check-in. Listen, listen, listen. This beautiful sound calls us back to our true home. The second mindfulness training. Aware of the suffering caused by exploitation, social injustice, stealing, and oppression, I vow to cultivate loving kindness and learn ways to work for the well-being of people, animals, plants, and minerals. I will practice generosity by sharing my time, energy, and material resources with those who are in real need. I'm determined not to steal and not to possess anything that should belong to others. I will respect the property of others, but I will prevent others from profiting from human suffering or the suffering of other species on earth. We've been reading Ajahn Chah's book Bodhinyana, and we're in the Dhamma talk, Reading the Natural Mind, in the section, The Wisdom of Everyday Experience. So it's here that our practice of contemplation will lead us to understanding. Let's take an example, the example of a fisherman pulling in his net with a big fish in it. How do you think he feels about pulling it in? If he's afraid that the fish will escape, he'll be rushed and start to struggle with the net, grabbing and tugging at it. Before he knows it, the big fish has escaped. He was trying too hard. In the olden days, we could talk like this. They taught that we should do it gradually, carefully gathering it in without losing it. This is how it is in our practice. We gradually feel our way with it, carefully gathering it in without losing it. Sometimes it happens that we don't feel like doing it. Maybe we don't want to look, or maybe we don't want to know, but we keep on with it. We continue feeling for it. This is practice. If we feel like doing it, we do it. And if we don't feel like doing it, we do it just the same. We just keep doing it. If we are enthusiastic about our practice, the power of our faith will give energy to what we are doing. But at this stage, we are still without wisdom. Even though we are very energetic, we will not derive much benefit from our practice. We may continue with it for a long time, and a feeling will arise that aren't going to find the way. We may feel that we cannot find peace and tranquility, or that we aren't sufficiently equipped to do the practice, or maybe we feel that this way just isn't possible anymore. So we give up. At this point, we must be very, very careful. We must use great patience and endurance. It's just like pulling in the big fish. We gradually feel our way with it. We carefully pull it in. The struggle won't be too difficult, so without stopping, we continue to pulling it in. Eventually, after some time, the fish becomes tired and stops fighting, and we're able to catch it easily. Usually, this is how it happens. We practice gradually gathering it together. It's in this manner that we do our contemplation. If we don't have any particular knowledge or learning in the theoretical aspects of the teaching, we contemplate according to our everyday experience. We use the knowledge which we already have, the knowledge derived from our everyday experience. This kind of knowledge is natural to the mind. Actually, whether we study about it or not, we have the reality of the mind right here already. The mind is the mind, whether we have learned about it or not. This is why we say that whether the Buddha is born in the world or not, everything is the way it is. Everything already exists according to its own nature. This natural condition doesn't change, nor does it go anywhere. It's just that way. This is called the Sakadhamma. However, if we don't understand about this Sakadhamma, we won't be able to recognize it. So we practice contemplation in this way. If we aren't particularly skilled in scripture, we take the mind itself to study and read. Continually we contemplate, literally talk with ourselves, and understanding regarding the nature of the mind will gradually arise. We don't have to force anything. May all beings be well. May all beings be happy. May all beings be peaceful. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Thank you for joining me this morning.